3 months after winning a national championship, LSU was still dominating the football landscape. Started with Heisman Trophy-winning quarterback Joe Burrow going number 1 overall on Thursday night to start the NFL draft. Tigers saw 5 players drafted in round 1. Tigers had 2 players in round 2. Ended up having 14 players overall. Round 7, Stephen Sullivan was taken by the Seattle Seahawks. Then the following day, Saturday and Sunday, so LSU signed 7 guys signed free agent deals. So you had a total of 20 guys who were inked from this former LSU team on the national championship squad. Here was Lloyd Cushenberry, who was a second round pick of the
Denver Broncos.
Denver Broncos, talking about the experience.
It's amazing. This is why you come to LSU. To win national championships and to have your dreams come true, to play on the next level. No other program, not many programs in the nation could prepare you as well as LSU did, for us. I just had to thank God for putting me in this position.
A special draft class for a special team. It's a team that broke records all year long, SEC records, national records, school records. So it's only appropriate that this would be kind of how they sign off for the final time this year. I will say this, though, Jordy. It obviously, I don't know about for you, but it does call into focus how much talent you are replacing, right? I mean,
sure.
It's something that you've known, but like watching the draft, you had to kind of directly confront it. And okay, well, we'll see what Coach O has to say about how they're confronting it moving on to next year.
Thad Moss signed with Washington. Derek Dillon signed with the Giants. Adrian McGee with the hometown Saints. Badara Traore with the Chicago Bears. Michael Divinity Jr. in the NFC South with Tampa Bay. And Braden Fehoko inked a free agent deal with the Los Angeles Chargers. Recruiting, Tigers stayed hot yesterday. Elite weak side defensive end Landon Jackson from Texarkana, Texas, announced his commitment to LSU on Sunday. Jackson, 6'6", 240-pound prospect, is out of Pleasant Grove High School up there. He's the number 11 overall player from the state of Texas. He chose LSU over Texas A&M, Alabama, Texas, Ohio State, and others, as LSU now has 7 verbal commits for the class of 2021 with the addition of Jackson.
Yeah, and one interesting thing that this LSU staff continues to do, Jordy, is along with putting up the proverbial gates around Louisiana, they're going around the country. I mean, here's a Brody Miller tweet that points out that LSU now has 7 commitments in that 2021 class. As you said, 4 are ranked top 106 or better, which is great. Only 1 of those 7 is actually from Louisiana. So the brand is very strong nationally right now.
Saints drafted 4 over the weekend. Started with Cesar Ruiz, center out of Michigan, with the number 24 overall pick. Made a big move on day 3 to get Adam Troutman, a tight end from Dayton. Zach Braun, a linebacker out of Wisconsin, with a couple of third-round picks in day 2 for the Saints. And then they made a move by shipping away a 2021 pick for Tommy Stevens, the quarterback who transferred from Penn State to Mississippi State in his final year of eligibility. They scooped up Stevens in the 7th round. But the Saints are making news this weekend.
Yeah.
They inked Taysom Hill, agreed to a 2-year deal with the Saints, which will take the place of the 1-year deal, $4.641 million tender they had previously offered as a restricted free agent. The deal is worth $21 million, including 16 of that fully guaranteed at signing. That according to ESPN's Adam Schefter. And then this according to Yahoo, the Saints are in discussions with Jameis Winston to ink him on a 1-year deal right now, a deal that is, according to Yahoo, in the final stages. Winston, who's 26 years old, is 28-42 as a starter in 5 seasons. He's completed 61% of his passes. Last year, first season with Bruce Arians, threw for over 5,000 yards, but became the first quarterback in NFL history to throw for 30 touchdowns and 30 interceptions. Sean Payton was speaking on ESPN and breaking down all of his draft picks, including a 3rd-round tight end out of Dayton, Adam Troutman.
This is a player that we felt did both things fairly well. He's pretty good in line blocking. You see his hips in the passing game. His 3-cone drill was exceptional. You see an athletic player, and one of the things about a smaller school is sometimes you want to see him against competition that steps up. I think we've seen that a little bit from him. I thought his combine was outstanding. Again, someone that we spent a little bit of time on, and then with a 3rd-round selection and that costing us, obviously our picks today, we're focused on free agency right now.
Yeah, I mean, look, there's so much news to break down on the Saints front. Kat Terrell pointed out on Twitter that the reason why that this Jameis deal is done, the reason why you're not going to hear anything about it until I think actually later today was for compensatory pick purposes. I want to talk about Jameis. I want to talk about the Saints draft. We'll get to all of it, but on the surface, I love this Jameis Winston move. I think it makes a ton of sense.
Those are your headlines. What's trending here on Off the Bench? One more in the draft. Yahoo had this via multiple reports. The NFL says the ratings for the third day of the draft increased by 32%. That's an impressive performance for a session that usually attracts only the most hardcore fans, especially as round 5 gives way to round 6, and it's enough already that you want to go to sleep. A lot of words. In all, the 2020 draft averaged 8.4 million viewers over the 3 days, with ratings up 37% on Thursday and 40% on Friday.
37's crazy for that primetime first round, for that to get that boost.
Business is good in the NFL.
I will say this, though. Did you watch the final? I mean, obviously without the Saints, I was really out. But I did keep it on the TV, so I don't know if that counts, right? I had it on in the background. I just didn't really deal with the day 3 too much.